Hello, we're the love of mezcal. Today we're going to be reviewing a Lechuguilla from Cumbrita de la Sierra.
So this is made using agave Chevy or Cheviai. We're not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but this agave takes 7 to 8 years to mature, and it is from the Sierra Madre Occidental region of Mexico, which is the boundary along Sonora and Chihuahua. This is made by the producer Dolores Gonzalez from Yerbanis, Patopilas, Chihuahua.
And the seal on it is really good. There's a lot of adhesive, so no oxygen or minimal oxygen has gotten to it. So with the denomination of origin, Chihuahua is not a part of the states that can make mezcal, so this is considered an agave spirit. It is made with maguey. It is not made with satol, which Chihuahua does have their own denomination of origin. So it is something that is not quite common to find, but there are other brands out there that are producing agave spirits from Chihuahua. The ABV is 48.3%. It's cooked in an earthen oven covered with pine needles, and the maguey is mashed by axe.
This is fermented in stone and clay slabs. The water used is from a spring called El Aguaje, and it's distilled in a still that consists of stainless steel, wood, and copper. Smell?
Smell. Suavecita.
Suavecita. Oh, it smells grassy and green.
It smells like a little bit like fresh cut grass, but also if I cut into a fresh Granny Smith apple.
Mm-hmm. That tartness.
That tartness, but like freshness that I pick up when I'm cutting a Granny Smith apple. I'm getting a little bit of hay too. Mm-hmm. Smells, yeah, very grassy.
I'm starting to get a little bit of like the little roasty, like starting to come out for me now. Like the roasted agave.
That heaviness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready to taste?
Taste.
Rosita. That's really good.
Are you getting like a weird, like almost gaminess from it?
What, like goat?
Goat, but like really light.
So for me, I'm tasting, it tastes kind of mineral at first, and then I'm getting more of like the cooked maguey, some sweetness, and then it's finishing really fresh on my palate. I'm not getting gamey.
So I'm getting like gaminess off the front, and then it lightens up into like the grassy hay notes that we were smelling at first. So to me, it's like the smell and the taste are backwards of what the order is backwards for me, the taste and the smell. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. This isn't the first time we've tried this brand. I think we first tried it at Agave Heritage Festival. Mm-hmm. And it was an ensemble of Lechuguilla and Satol. And I thought that was really good, but that was already, over a year now. And they were also at Mezcal por Siempre this year. And I think they had the ensemble, if I remember right, but my memory's kind of hazy now by the time we got to the table.
Yeah, that was like the middle towards the end of our time there. So who knows, we might have had this, we might have had the other one, don't remember anymore.
Yeah, but we actually bought this online from Old Town Tequila last year, and we have kept it sealed, waiting for us to record. I think it's really interesting to taste an agave spirit from Chihuahua because mostly everything that you see from Chihuahua on the market is sotol, which they're known for, and this is something that can broaden your palate.
It's cool. It's another producer-owned brand that, it's something that we like to support. But it's getting potato-y for me now.
Like heavier?
Yeah, like starchy.
The smell is definitely mellowed out. That freshness has kind of gone away. It smells richer. But for me, the taste, let's see. I'm still getting what I got earlier. For me, the flavor hasn't changed much at all. It doesn't taste as fresh, but it still tastes the same to me.
Yeah. Well, to me, that gaminess is gone. Now it's starchy, like baked potato with none of the addings, like none of the fixings. So it's just straight up baked potato. Then it still finishes off really light though, really refreshing.
I wonder if it has to do with the climate. So on the bottle, it says, many years ago, traditions and techniques evolved in the deep ravines and mountains of the Sierra Madre. The elaboration of Lechuguilla still persists in a few communities, being produced with the personal touch of the master distiller, the ancestral and traditional techniques of the past. This Lechuguilla is the result of incomparable natural conditions and ancient knowledge, jealously guarded by each generation. I think it's really cool that they included that on the label.
So a little bit more detail about the production for this. I asked the producer how it's made. He says that the fermentation takes about 8 days. The climate there is very fresh because it's out in the mountains. The still's pretty cool because the bottom part of it is just a steel or metal drum. The middle is made out of wood, and then they use like a copper caso, like a copper pan that is upside down as like the bell, and that's how they distill. So it's a pretty unique and just kind of the ingenuity to rig up a still there is pretty cool and pretty creative.
Yeah, I think that's very common for a lot of producers in the north. I think they were on the move a lot, but also just making do with what you have nearby.
Yeah.
And I think that they're able to produce fantastic distillates with such creativity. And I think maybe the climate, because when I've had stuff from Chihuahua, it's always like, I feel like I can taste the desert, like the rocks and the minerals and that wet earth taste. And this is the complete opposite for me. It seems fresher and brighter. And if they're in the mountains and there's pine trees nearby, I wonder how much of that plays into not only the taste of the maguey where it's harvested, but also the microbes from where it's fermented.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, especially if you want to geek out about things like that. Something that we like to do. If any of you like to geek out too, let us know in the comments. We like to share knowledge back and forth because there's a lot of things that we don't know too.
Yep. Mezcal is quite the journey to go on, and the more you learn, the more you realize how little you truly know.
Yep. It's pretty amazing and frustrating at the same time to go down the rabbit hole of mezcal and agave spirits.
I like it because I feel like I'm never going to get bored. But I will say, trying to remember all the colloquial names for agave, I think for me that's the most frustrating thing. But it's a challenge.
Yeah, and then not even mentioning the fact that there's, and not just here, but in other regions of Mexico where they don't really care about agave names. It's just what they call it colloquially. So no clue if it's the same agave as somewhere else or if it's something endemic to the region because they don't classify by scientific names.
So if you've tried this brand or any Lechuguilla from the north, let us know. We love to hear your thoughts and give us some recommendations in the comments. We're happy to hear them.
Thank you for taking a sip with us.
Salucita.